so far. If he fails to lift this, he's out of the competition.
That's a much better lift, Neville, from Combayar. As I said earlier on, Combayar is the youngest of the two Indians in this particular division, and he expected to lift better than that. He rushed the first two attempts, and unfortunately, but this lift here, plenty of extension, settles down well under the bar, doesn't rest, just stands up, and there you are, an 87.5. His third attempt at it, though, so he'll finish the snatches with a total of 87.5.
So really put the pressure on himself there, but was capable of the occasion. Now here's the Australian weightlifter Nick Vukalatis. Very good chance, I believe, talking to the Australian camp, of starting off the games with gold for Australia. The 52 kilogram weightlifting class, he will be the first individual gold medal of the games to be settled. And talking to the Australian camp, they think that Nick Vukalatis could kick Australia off on the right leg in these games.
Well, this first attempt for Nick, it's going to give us an indication of just how he is going. I was speaking to Nick earlier. He's very confident, as his coaches Paul Coffer and Bruce Walsh, that Nick's right on target, but it's a very important lift, the first one. Here he goes at 90 kilos.
This is under his personal best, hopefully starting off on a fairly confident note in the competition.
Well, that's an excellent lift from Nick.
Just waiting on the referee's lights. He still hasn't got the down. And he's not at all happy with the referee. I'll be interested to see what the light situation is. He got 3 whites, but my word, Peter, he was made to hold that weight up for a long, long time.
Yes, he was. I think we'll see that he was still moving. Anyway, the clean's good, settles down well over the bar, stands up. Just seems to be walking around here. The bar's still moving, he's still moving. The referee can't give him a down while that's happening. He should have given the down there, but nevertheless, he got 3, and that's an excellent start for Nick.
So perhaps Nick Vukalatis starting off on what will be a fairly difficult road to gold, because the next lifter we're about to see is Karuna Karan of India. And we saw him at the SGI Games here last year when he took gold from Nick Vukalatis. The difference between them in that competition 12 months ago was around 5 kilograms. We believe that Karuna Karan might be coming into this competition under a little bit of a cloud. I believe that he may have had a virus and not feeling the best, but nonetheless a very, very good weightlifter, and it's going to be an interesting battle between he and Vukalatis for gold in the 52 kilogram class.
I think Karuna Karan has a slight advantage in that he has lifted heavier weights than Nick Vukalatis, but fortunately for Nick, Nick weighed in a fraction lighter, and if they happen to finish equal at the end of this competition, well, of course, Nick will win the gold because of the lesser body weight. But Karuna Karan is a very, very experienced lifter, the #1 lifter in India, and I think should be able to handle this 90 kilos now.
The gold medal.
Down.
Gold medal winner from the 1978 Games, and he misses the first lift. And so that gives Nick Vukalatis, who is in the warm-up room out the back, perhaps that little edge in the mind so far.
Yes, that'll give Nick the little bit of confidence that he wanted. You can see here Karuna Karan under the bar, seemed to have it, but again, bar rolls forward on the way up, exactly the same as Combayar. Karuna Karan, as you mentioned, Neville, has been sick the last 3 or 4 days.
Very confident lifter. I remember seeing him last year. Very confident. He misses again, so that's a real sensation. Perhaps the little bit 52 kilograms. It really is spectacular lifting from these lighter weighted athletes. Final snatch for Karuna Karan. And he bombs out of the competition. Well, that is absolutely sensational here at Chandler. But desperate bad luck for Karuna Karan, who started at least equal favourite for the gold medal, and he leaves the stage. He will not total, cannot win a medal. Peter Grant, lead of 7.5 kilos in the competition. Vukalatis now.
Yes, Nick is going to prepare himself for now 95 kilos. It's close to his best. He knows he has to get it, but this could be a gold medal lift right here. So even though it's so early in the competition, Neville. See how Nick goes here. He's a strong boy.
He would be immensely confident now too, I would think. goes. So Vukaladis, a great start in the competition. And as Peter Grant said just a moment ago, so early in the competition, the Australian could be on the way to gold as he is successful at 95 kilos and now has a substantial lead in the competition. Let's watch it.
That's a great lift from Nick. You see the extension was there. He had plenty of room to get under the bar. He's a very, very strong squatter, forcing the weight out there, and a bit of a smile for Nick. So even at second attempt, he's 95 kilos. I know the people down at New South Wales will be very happy about that. His coach, Bob Taylor, and the people at the Newtown Police Boys Club. Nick is a very, very for Nick at this stage.
And I can assure our viewers that he is a wonderful young fellow, Vukaladis, just being spoken to there by Paul Coffer on the right of the picture.
Smelling salts there just to clear the head and make sure everything's okay. Nick must be feeling on top of the world at the moment. He certainly looks sharp and strong, so see how he goes. Bit of chalk on the hands to make sure this bar doesn't slip, and away holds the Commonwealth Games record, and here he is going to better that again.
Vukaladis, leader in the competition, attempt 97.5 kilograms. This would give him a 10 kilogram lead in the competition. And misses.
Well, that was unfortunate for Nick. As I mentioned earlier, when he attempted the 95 kilos, that was close to his personal best. I know he's done, like a lot of the Australian lifters, as very excitable, and obviously when you're leading in a competition such as the Commonwealth Games, it's understandable that he's going to get excited. There wasn't a lot of pressure on him to get the lift for any other reason other than to try and go further ahead, and Nick unfortunately missed out there. 4 out of 4 attempts, and now his second clean and jerk, 105. Power clean, in fact, the 100 kilos looks so strong. So Lawrence Tom from Nigeria, second attempt.
The incredible thing, he came to the games with a best snatch of 75 kilos and went to 87.5. His best clean and jerk was 90, and he's now attempting 105. I just wonder if those figures off the autobiography are completely correct. Lawrence Tom from Nigeria.
Again, another very strong clean. And a good jerk. He's an exceptional lifter, this boy.
I think there's
17 years of age.
There's a name that could go into the black book, not perhaps even at Commonwealth level. I think on the world scene, this fellow could make his mark.
That's right, Neville. You can see from this that very good clean. Doesn't have to go all the way down. He's got so much strength there. Stands up without any effort. 17 years of age, this boy. Settles. Good drop and drives well forward. There's a successful lift for Lawrence Tom. So that's 5 out of 5. He's
especially in Australia, in Brisbane, hometown.
What are your chances of medal winning?
Well, it's hard to say, but I'll fight for it to win the gold, that's for sure.
Nick Vukaladis now over the bar, the leader in the competition, attempting 107.5 kilos.
no problem.
Halfway up for Vukaladis. And a successful attempt by the look of it.
Gets the down. That's 3 white lights. No problem there for Nick Vukaladis. I would say, Neville, even right now that you just looked at the gold medalist in the 52 kilo class at these games. That's a great lift.
That 3 minutes that he had. 9 seconds now the clock down to. 6 seconds, 5. The bar moves, he's right. That's the halfway mark.
Oh, the clean was hard. Now this is the difficult part. It takes his time. No, unfortunately, just not today, just not strong enough, and I would say that would be about...
Lifted 107.5, he's now attempting 112.5. He leads the competition by 10 kilograms, and Combayar has already missed 112.5 kilos. The pressure right on him, and now Nick Vukaladis a chance to get a very tidy lead in this competition indeed.
Yes, Neville, Nick has already recorded the total. That's his first attempt. He got 107.5. Well, that's made him a certainty for a medal. Combayar came out, tried to catch Nick on his first attempt with a 112.5 kilo lift and failed. So if Nick gets this, he's got it sewn up. I don't think there's any question about that at all, unless Combayar breaks some sort of record. So let's just see how Nick goes here now. He's well on the way to a gold medal.
From my point of view, I wish I could cheer up here in the commentary point, but I better spare you of that. Nick Vukaladis.
Good clean, well up to. Nick's really looking strong. He settles here.
And up it goes. I think he's made it.
Hold it, Nick.
Wandering round a little bit. He'll get the down shortly.
It's the down.
And I reckon that's a gold medal for Australia. And look at Vukolat as he sits down and maybe hurt himself there. Nick, Paul Coffer rather, out, and perhaps there's been an injured ankle. So maybe the gold medal lift, but an injury? Yes. What do you think, Peter?
I hope it's only cramp. By the look at the way they're attending his calf muscle there. But we'll just have to wait.
Hometown.
What are your chances of medal winning?
Well, it's hard to say, but I'll fight for it to win the gold, that's for sure.
And that indeed could have been gold for Vukolat. Now let's go back to that injury. What did you think, Peter?
We'll just try to watch here from the replay. Unfortunately, it didn't continue on, but...
This could be a silver medal lift for Lawrence Tom. He's guaranteed of a medal at this stage. But what colour will it be? 112.5 kilos. He's a very strong young man. Not quite.
No, unfortunately. Not for Lawrence Tom, but nevertheless, obviously a very, very popular lifter. Lawrence Tom has lifted if he gets this lift.
So, out he comes. Combayar has conceded gold to Australia. What a magnificent start that is in the weightlifting section of the Games for Australia. Nick Vukolat, regardless of the injury, will win the gold medal. And if successful at this, Combayar from India will win the silver. 117.5 kilograms. In fact, he still has the silver tied up, Combayar. And a failure for Combayar of Australia. And, well, it's a very emotional moment for me, Peter, and I'm sure even more emotional for young Nick Vukolat as he steps forward to receive the gold medal in the 52. He doesn't step, he jumps. 52 kilogram class gold medal, Nick Vukolat. Fabulous stuff.
That's just sensational, Neville, and there we have the first goal for Australia. I know everybody concerned with the Weightlifting Association is absolutely delighted, as is Nick. And the good news is that the reason that Nick didn't attempt his third attempt in the clean and jerk, the injury was only a minor one. In fact, he suffered from cramp. There was no need to go on. He had the gold medal won, and you can see here he's getting a tremendous reception from the people here in Brisbane, and that's one up for Australia. It's just great.
And, well, Nick Vukolat, we heard from the Australian camp this morning that they were very, very confident, and for the big Australian weightlifting contingent, so much expected of them. And now the silver medal going to Combayar of India. He was 7.5 kilograms behind Nick Vukolat. Just to go back to the start for Australia in the race for gold, particularly here at the weightlifting section. They're very confident they can do well, and I'm sure that will instill confidence into the team. As you see Vukolat there congratulating Combayar of India. And the bronze medal will go to 17-year-old Lawrence Tom of Nigeria. We didn't know much about the Nigerians as he came into the weightlifting section, but performed very, very well, and a very big favourite with the crowd is Lawrence Tom. The crowd really going wild now for the 17-year-old, and the atmosphere here at Chandler electric. I think they're prepared to give Lawrence Tom the big cheer, and he deserved that too, but the feeling here at Chandler is absolutely magnificent, with the gold medal going to Nick Vukolat, and there are the 3 medal winners in the 52 kilogram class. What a magnificent way for Australia to start these Commonwealth Games in their quest for gold. That's very strong.
Figure 132.5. Gautreau of Canada. It's his third and final attempt. He's missed it twice so far. Lying in the bronze medal position after the snatch. If he misses this one, he gets no total at all and goes right to the bottom of the list. Last lift, and the most important in the career of this very good Canadian lifter. 20 stone 12 pounds. And will lack confidence, having missed it twice so far. Oh, but he overpowered it. And are the judges happy with it? They are, and Gautreau has lifted it. My goodness, he went so close to defeat there. 242.5. That's behind Selvan of India. Willie still to come. Well, Selvan of India is really just hoping here, because he's going for 135. He's already in the silver medal position, assuming that Dean Willie comes out and lifts with his normal capability. He's going now for a total of 247.5. He's already ahead of Gautreau. No way that Chua could overtake him. He hasn't lifted it either, so he finishes with 245, and it looks like silver for Selvan. Chua of Singapore, who is attempting 137.5 kilograms, just under 2 3/4 hundredweight, to give him a total of 242.5, which will give him the bronze medal ahead of Gautreau of Canada, Chua being lighter than Gautreau. Chua lifting for a bronze. Making them wait a long time. He's looking at the board, waiting for the judges' light to get 2 whites and a red. He's in. 2 say yes. Sheer Singapore delight. They're on the board, 140 kilograms, and they're on the stage. Dean Willie of England, his first lift, and 140 will equal the Commonwealth Games clean and jerk record, which has stood since 1966, and in fact, it will give him the gold medal here in this class. It will also give him a new Commonwealth Games total record. So 1 lift for Dean Willie to win the gold and to hold every record in this division, British, Commonwealth Games and Commonwealth. Oh, he's holding, waiting. We wait. He was slightly uncertain. It's there. Everything is there. The gold and every record. Dean Willie of England. Everybody held their breath. Coming out a long, long wait. Came straight out to this big lift of 140. And it's here, he keeps the arms straight, and he waits to retain his balance. There's a danger of just going forward, and that's experience in this 20-year-old, and that is gold. And now, a rather special moment here in the Commonwealth Games weightlifting. Dean Willie, having already won the gold, with Wally Holland and John Lear, comes out on stage, and he's asked for 148 kilograms to be placed on the bar. 23 stones and 3 pounds, 325 pounds in all. And the reason he's asked for this, that it means he will break every record in the book in 60-kilogram class, excepting the world. If he does it, it means that here today he has broken 9 weightlifting records. He's halfway there. He's got to stay still. I don't know. I don't know. He thinks yes. He's there. He's all the way there. What an effort by Dean Willie of England. Gold medal and a day of 9 weightlifting records. So it's Dean Willie who brings England their 2nd gold medal of this Commonwealth Games weightlifting. And presented by Mr. Lynn Jones, the Welshman, who's now the director of weightlifting out here for the Commonwealth Games. The 2nd gold for England after only 3 weightlifting competitions. Top of the weightlifting table. The silver will go to Selvan of India. That's India's 3rd silver. And the bronze to Chua of Singapore. Dean, not a bad day's work.
Well, I've been training well, and I thought I could break some records, and it went well on the day.
Some at 9 in one day.
Well, junior and senior, so I'm pleased with that.
How does this compare to the Junior World Championships set in Brazil?
Well, as you can see, we've had 2 goals here already, and we hope for quite a few more. Whereas in Brazil, it was the first medal for Britain for 10 years, so it's hard to say.
The psyching up goes on where we are at the moment out in the warm-up room, but you had the business today of waiting, didn't you? You had to wait because you were taking the bigger poundages. What's it like when you sit out here and watch the rest of the fellas go out doing the business?
Well, it's very difficult if they miss them. It's longer before it's your lift, so you have to warm up again. But I'm pleased it turned out well.
You look full of confidence today. It was clean and fast, wasn't it?
Well, the training had been going well, so I thought there was something good on today.
The only time you had us all shaking was on the very last one.
Yeah, it was harder than what I thought, but I got it.
And you weren't putting that on purpose?
Oh, no. No, it was hard.
Anyway, many congratulations. And how many more do you think you're going to get?
Oh, 4 or 5.
Oh, that'll do with it. Anyway, you've got the second. Very well done indeed. Tremendous day's lifting.
Thanks a lot, David.
There you have confirmation of the result. I never associate Indians with weightlifting, but they seem to be doing pretty well in second spot.
And lifting 132.5. The Australian probably chasing silver, but important that he lifts it. The Indian, of course, also on 125, so he must lift it to stay. He's designated the weight. He must get it up. The pressure on this young fellow from Sydney at the moment. Going for silver. Struggling with it too. Struggling. Look at the concentration and just the determination. He drives it up, and can he hold it? He can't. He's put it down. Well, bad luck, and look at the sheer frustration on his face.
And a packed theatre welcoming Bill Stelios of Australia, lying third at the end of the snatch, the defending champion at this weight for men less than 10 stone 8 1/4. He has 160 kilograms on the bar. 25 stone 2.5 pounds, and it's up. And he's complaining about the delay because the lights failed yet again. The flags have gone up from the judges. The lights superimposed on our television screen, and this is upsetting to the lifters. They're having to hold the bar above their head far longer than they should be, and especially at this stage of one of the most exciting weightlifting competitions ever seen, that is not really good enough. Stelios is up, but angry. Coaches in the background, and center stage, David Morgan. 160, failed at the first attempt. This is the second. If he lifts it, he goes into the lead over Stelios, the defending champion, who has lifted 160. Stelios has 2 more lifts. This is Morgan's second. $25 stone, 2.5 pounds. He's halfway. Now, snap the arms. Underneath with the body. Push with the legs. And hold it still. Up go the legs. And it's accepted. It is there. David Morgan leads for Wales.
3 weights to David Morgan. The bar remains on 160. Third attempt.
Morgan, who failed the first time, makes no mistake the second. The record's going all over the place now. Outside, the bar has been raised to 162.5 kilograms, 358 pounds, 25.5 stone. David Morgan comes in now to try and lift it, to increase his lead even further, and leaving it all for Bill Stelios, the defending champion, to do. Still has 2 lifts. Stelios is waiting outside and waiting to see what Morgan does, so he knows exactly what he has to lift to try and beat him and retain his title. This will give Morgan 295 total if he lifts it. And that will be 10 kilograms ahead of what Stelios has at the moment. has the confidence? Has he got the ability, the technique? And is that the answer? It looks good to me. And it looks good to the judges. He's done it. He's there. The record smashed. 295 total. And now the crowd wait as we wait to see if Bill Stelios can match it. David Morgan, who came here and said, I know all about Bill Stelios, this famous Australian lifter. And I may be only 18. I was 17 when I travelled out here to Australia. But tonight, I'll do a bit of proving out on stage. And that's how he's proved it so far. Tremendous.
So he's going for broke. He already has the silver medal settled. That's beyond doubt. And Stelios on the stage now. This could be a gold medal lift. 172.5 kilos, which would give him victory in this class.
Yes, he has 2 attempts at it, and if ever there's a lifter in Australia who can operate under pressure, it's this guy.
Come on, Billy.
Get up.
Oh, drive those legs.
Good boy.
And about a foot from gold, perhaps, 18 inches.
No, unfortunately. Hold it together, Bill. He's got one more attempt. And the coaches have got to get him out the back and work on him.
Paul Coffer, Ron Nylander, taking him out the back. Let's watch the failure.
Good extension, well under. A new Commonwealth record here. Gets up, really has to work. He's got a perfect snatch, jerk technique too. You'll see here dips, but unfortunately just can't force that weight above. Down she goes. Well, he's got one more attempt for gold, Neville.
172.5 kilos on the bar. And the gold medal.
So here he is, the final moment of one of the greatest weightlifting competitions the Commonwealth Games has seen for a long, long time. Bill Stelios of Australia, the defending champion at the class where the men have to weigh less than 10 stone 8 3/4 pounds. And Bill Stelios, to win the gold, has to lift 27 stone 2 1/4. It's not there, and Morgan has gold. David Morgan, the 18-year-old Welshman, 18 on the opening day of the Commonwealth Games here in Brisbane, has gold for Wales, only the second gold medal that Wales have ever won in weightlifting. Bill Stelios disappointed. This time it's silver for the Australian. Vasee of... And there he is, David Morgan, the 18-year-old Welshman who celebrated his birthday on the opening day of the Games in QE2 Stadium, now celebrating his gold medal win here in the Chandler Theatre. Gold medal around the neck of the youngest ever man to win one in Commonwealth Games weightlifting, David Morgan. Many congratulations.
Thanks very much.
It really was a tremendous contest, wasn't it?
It's very close, very hard, but I enjoyed it.
Well, I think you came here pretty confident, didn't you? Because you know how good Stelios was, and you had to do something special to beat him.
Well, I never came here that confident. I came here knowing that if I did my best, I could take him. And the pressure's off now.
I think you surprised everybody with the weight you went in at the start, and in fact, you didn't have that good a start, did you?
No, I missed my first snatch and I missed my first clean and jerk, but I came back, and that's what it's all about.
Did you have any worries that what happened to you in the junior world was going to happen again when you had trouble in the clean and jerk?
Well, actually, I was getting a bit of that now, but I lost about 2 kilos body weight, And for some reason, whenever I lose, some, 5 pounds, I would tend to black out a bit. I don't know why, but, I won in the end.
What was it like waiting for Stelios to get out there and try and lift? Because he tried to do it all in one lift, didn't he?
Yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking, actually. I didn't watch it.
What were you doing in here?
Yeah, I just sat with the towel over my head waiting and hoping.
So it's a pretty good night for Wales, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, well done indeed.
Thanks very much.
Youngster from the Newtown Police Boys Club in Sydney, coached by Bob Taylor, has leapt right into gold medal contention. The bar set at 165 kilos. This is his first lift at clean and jerk. One of the products of the police and citizens boys clubs around Australia who do so much for our weightlifting. And coached by Bob Taylor. Clubmate of Nick Vukalatis, who has already won gold for Australia out here at weightlifting. Good luck, Tony. Driving with the legs. Up it goes. That looks a good lift. He'll get the down from the referees. Magnificent start. He's had a great competition so far, Peter Grant. Well, it would give him a total of 307.5 and a 7.5 kilogram lead in the competition. Pignoni has been successful. We'll go back to that in a moment. Let's watch the competition leader after the snatch.
Good strong clean. Oh, good jerk too. No problem there for Steve Pinson, so he races to the lead and has a total at this stage of 307.5.
Right, the Australian coach, but this is the man in the centre of the action, Pignoni.
Tony certainly needs this lift if he's going to win the gold medal. There's no question about that at all. Steve Pinsent weighed in lighter than Tony, so Tony must beat him. It's no good drawing with him. Pinsent would win then on body weight, so this is a very, very important lift for Tony. If he wins this, he still stands a big chance of the gold. If not, he's going to have to fight out for silver and bronze, so this is very important for Tony.
Now, if successful, this would put him just 2.5 kilos behind Steve Pinsent. Pignoni, Australia. Still very firmly in the competition, but as Peter just said, needs this lift to be in the race for gold. 170 kilos. Around about 375 pounds on the bar, and he misses, so that's desperate straights for
Nigerians from the side of the stage, whispering encouragement to their man Tony Pignoni for his last lift of the competition. 170 kilograms for a total of 305. He'd still be behind Steve Pinson, who has 2 more lifts to come. He cannot get gold. He can get silver. He pushed it forward the first time. He's kept it right the second. Now, fast arms, good legs. Put them together. Oh, the Australian cheers echoing around the theatre here in the Chandler complex. 3 white lights, she's got it. Pignoni has a total of 305. Ahead of him, Steve Pinson, 307.5. Behind him, Leo Isaac, 300. Out very quickly, the Canadian. Jeff Daenerys, 175 on. Oh, no, I don't think so. Don't think so. I don't think he does either. The arms went. Oh, 2 have given him 1 against. Nah, and the crowd don't like it either. That is a surprising decision. Watch these arms. He cleans it. Now watch the jerk. Up there. Now watch those arms. 1, 2. Certainly a big movement on the arm, and I don't think the mayor's thought he got it. But he's been given it. So Pinsent, the bronze 4 years ago. Looks good. He's got it. And tells us. And so do the judges, and that is gold without any doubt. Nobody can attack that now, I'm sure. Took his time. Has got over the problem of only getting one good lift in each section. And look at the confidence in that. Drilling himself into it mentally and physically, holds it well. And that's gold, I'm sure. So a lift for a silver or a bronze. And Leo Isaac, from a mental point of view, has the confidence to lift this because he has left at 180.5, which is the Commonwealth and British record. But it's a very different thing, doing it in such an important competition as the Commonwealth Games, such a magnificent setting, this theatre here in the Chandler complex. Leo Isaac going for silver. Halfway. A long preparation. Oh, no, it had gone. It had gone completely from his mind, and I think he was blacking out. Isaac blacking out. Yes, completely there. The bar, that is the problem. The bar goes back onto the chest, right into the throat. The lack of oxygen. He signals to the crowd he's all right. Wally Holland and John Lear were at them very quickly, could see that. The bar goes back into the throat. Look at the exertion in the face, losing oxygen all the time, holding it. Suddenly decides to back the lift, but by then he was blacking out completely. Wally Holland saw it quickly and stopped him collapsing on the floor. But he's okay. And now 180 being loaded onto the bar. 396 3/4 pounds, 28 stone 4 3/4, and Jacques Demare of Canada is the man who's going to try and lift it. Big increase. Will give him 307.5 total. He cannot beat Pinson. Pinson has the gold, now confirmed. Pignoni, at the moment, has silver. And Daenerys is now trying to take it away from him with a massive weight, and he tried it all and risked it. He had to have a go for it, but no chance. So, Daenerys, 302.5 ahead of Leo Isaac, behind Pignoni. So it's silver for Pignoni of Australia. And confirmed that Steve Pinson has the gold. There was just a chance that the lifters would go out and try and put something remarkable on the bar, but they couldn't do it. And so England have their third gold medal of the weightlifting here in Brisbane.
312.5 kilos is Steve Pinsent, representing England.
With 145, and here he goes at 147.5. Guy Gravet of Canada, looking very strong here tonight.
So Guy Gravet, 147.5 to take the lead in the comp. No, he fails. So now let's him a lead at the halfway mark of 5 kilograms over his opponents. Guy Gravet has lifted 145, and Cosmos Idio 142.5. along with Michael Keelan. But this for the overall lead at the halfway mark. Burrows, 150 kilos, has it up over the head. He'll get the down from the referees in a moment. And a very, very good lift by Newton Burrows. And at the halfway stage in the 82.5 kilogram quest for gold, it's Newton Burrows of England, 150 kilograms for Newton Burrows at the halfway stage. He's followed now by Guy Gravet of Canada on 145 kilos in second place, and then two lifters have been successful at 142.5 kilos.
The 82.5 kilogram division, Cosmos Idio from Nigeria lifting for bronze.
Goes he almost tilted back, and now he drives those massive legs.
Has the strength. We'll just check whether he's got the jerk technique now.
That's a better lift, although maybe that right arm pressed again. Well, on the lights, he was certainly successful at that. That could be a bronze medal lift from Idio of Nigeria, and he's carried from the stage. Still waiting on the lights for the Nigerian.
Now notice again, well under the clean, has the strength to get out of it right from the very bottom. Settles here, and it's that right arm. This time it's got a lock out. Just settles, takes a big gasp, dips, and that locked out. No question about that at all. Brings the feet together, and that's a bronze medal.
175 kilos is 385.75 pounds. Looked very strong indeed. Just sets those legs, gets the down from the referees, settles the weight on the floor to make sure it doesn't roll down into the pit, gets 3 white lights and a 10-kilogram lead in the competition at this stage. Very good stuff from Newton Burrows of England as we watch this great attempt.
Yes, good extension. Has to work a bit hard. I would have thought that he would have got that a little bit easier. He's done 185 before, but takes his time. Absolutely mammoth body. Pushes hard, brings the feet together, and a successful lift. And as you said, Neville takes the lead by 10.
Personal best. Said his personal best in the snatches. So Guy Gravatt still in the race for gold in the 82.5 kilogram class. This attempt at 175 kilos. Seemed to just battle there a little bit to stand up. And fails at his first.
180, struggling now, right to the shoulders. Watch this intense concentration. Look at the arms blowing up. He's got it up. He's going to hold it. Yes, he puts it down those 3 red lights and walks off the stage. So he takes the gold medal but misses the record. A fantastic performance from Newton Burrows from England. See it again now. Went for the record. And I think the crowd appreciated that. Drove it up with a good clean. Look at the arms, the veins standing out with the sheer strain of it. Gets it up over his head but can't hold it long enough to get the points. So waves to the crowd, and that's it from Newton Burrows from England. Takes the gold in the 82.5 kilogram division. And as they come out now, these 3 magnificent athletes, it's been a very exciting competition, this one, the 82.5 kilograms. And what a success for Newton Burrows from England. A total weight of 325 has smashed the old record, the Commonwealth Games record that stood at 322.5, held by Robert Cabassa of Australia. That has been re-established to Newton Burrows from England. Also broke the snatch record that Robert Cabassa held at 142.5. There he is, gold winner. And he's been a great sportsman here tonight. He's put on a great performance. He tried for the record of 180, just failing on that. Takes gold for England, Newton Burrows.
Records tumbling all over the place here yet again tonight. Mentioned already those Scottish records by Charles Murray. The new Irish records as well, set by Don Coates from Lisbon County Antrim. And here's Newton Burrows. 180 kilograms. 396 3/4 pounds. Just imagine it, 28 stone 4 3/4. And Newton Burrows weighs 12 stone 13. A powerhouse of lifting. This really is for the gold medal. Mathematically, it's capable for Guy Gravatt of Canada to catch him, but I can't see it happening. Burrows, England. Oh, surprising. Can't believe it. He's got 1 left to go. He's had a few problems with clean and jerk in the past, and he's had a number of operations on his knees, but he didn't believe that one. Still in there, though. Gravatt, Canada, being spelt out on the board here in the theatre. And there's the man. A lift for Gravatt of Canada to equal Commonwealth Games clean and jerk record. And even more important, to give him a total of 325 kilograms. That would be the same as Newton Burrows, but Gravatt is lighter, and therefore he would have the advantage and leaves Burrows with it all to do to win the gold. If he doesn't lift it, Burrows has got gold. And Burrows has got it. That's it. The gold for Newton Burrows, England's 4th gold of this weightlifting here in the 6 competitions. 1 for Australia, 4 for England, and 1 for Wales. Guy Cravette, the man who had to do it to push Burrows out. And he couldn't do it. So Burrows sat in the warm-up room and waited, knows the result. And we wonder if he'll come out to try to go for some records. He's out, and so he's going for 181, which would break the clean and jerk Commonwealth Games record held by Robert Kvass, and of course would give him the new total record as well. Here we go. Gold medalist going for records. He's cleaned it, which he didn't do before. Oh, almost a smile. He doesn't smile very often. Go on up. Straighten the arms. And he didn't hold it. He didn't hold it. He knew it wasn't there. And in fact, it was in the clean section that he got it wrong. Look for the elbows. There, the elbows touch the knees, and you can't do that. And so it was a foul lift. But it doesn't matter. He won't be too bothered about the records. Burrows has gold, Cravette of Canada silver, Idio of Nigeria with the bronze, and Mike Keelan of England just out in 4th place. And so it's Newton Burrows, the 27-year-old from Bristol, this magnificent physical specimen who stands on the rostrum, getting yet another gold for England here at the weightlifting. The 4th in 6 competitions. Silver 4 years ago, gold this year here in Brisbane. Silver will go to Guy.
That's his 2nd lift in the competition. I'm trying to get myself together too, because we've been cheating and having a look at the running. That was absolutely fabulous over at the track. Let's look at Michael Sabeljack now, his lift.
His 2nd attempt there for Michael, 147.5, just 2.5 above his best, and not quite good enough, but nevertheless has 1 more attempt at the same weight.
Well, let's just quickly bring you up to date with the competition. The leader is Callaghan of New Zealand on 145 kilograms. Robert Cabassa is about to attempt this weight of 147.5, so he's well and truly in the competition. And we've not yet seen Peter Pinsent as Robert Cabassa now enters the stage. This is his 2nd lift in the competition. The Australian champion electing to move out of the 82.5 kilo class and lift in the 90s in his bid for gold at the 1982 Commonwealth Games. Started in the competition well at 140 kilos. Now jumping up to 147.5. The Australian coaches looking pretty anxious away to Robert's right.
This again, the important part of the lift here for Robert is to make sure that he gets the 2nd pull. That gets right up on the toes, throws the head high. If he does that, he's got the speed and the strength to lift the weight, but he must get that extension. He knows it.
No, and he misses, so that's bad luck for Robert Cabassa. He's a bit disgusted with himself as he leaves the stage. Naturally gets the 3 red lights. Well, quickly
didn't quite get the extension that was necessary, and that's his weakness. And unfortunately, bombs on 147.5, but has 1 more attempt at it.
So a lot of pressure now on the Australian champion. Let's leave the weightlifting now.
Here's Robert Kvass, same weight, 147.5. Robert's 3rd and final attempt. And as with Mick, this is most important that Robert gets this weight. He's got to worry about that extension. That's the only part of his lift that he really has to get right. He has the strength, has done the weight before, but if he wants to get a medal, and certainly if he's chasing gold, this weight is just has to be there. Preparing himself.
Desperately needs this lift, Robert Cabassa. This could be absolutely critical lift as far as he's concerned. If he misses this, he's going to concede the top lift as a big start in the comp.
That's a better extension.
He's got it up. Great lift, Robert Cabassa. Oh, brilliant lift. And the Australian crowd and the camp here delighted with that magic stuff.
That's what we wanted to see. Now, you'll see in the replay the difference here in the extension. The head goes well back. That's more like it, Robert. Has the strength to stand up, and he's screaming out with delight. Wish he had got that the second attempt, but you'll have to be happy with that and finish with 147.5. Now he's on the way.
And this is Robert Cabassa's main worry in the competition. It's Peter Pinsent of England. And he's going for his final lift in the competition, and he has a 150-kilo load on the bar. If he fails, in fact, he's right out of the competition. So we're at critical stage, but Robert Kvass very, very nicely placed, and Pinsent in a lot of trouble as we go to the boxing until all the other lifters had finished. And now he needs this to stay in the competition. Real drama here at the weightlifting hall.
Yes, well, if Peter Pinson expects to win the gold medal, this 150 is a must for him. We'll see how he operates under real pressure. Does it? Does it well.
Only just does it. By golly. Down at the bottom of this lift, just watch it in replay. The next lifter to move to the platform, it's Bert Squires of Canada. His final lift in the competition, an attempt at 177.5 kilos, and the pressure well and truly on him now. Let's just recap. At the end of the snatch section of the 90 kilos, Peter Pinsent of England was in front on 150 kilos from Robert Kvass of Australia, 147.5, Albert Squires, 147.5, John Callaghan, New Zealand, 145, and Mick Saviljack, 142.5. In the clean and jerks, Albert Squires has had 2 goes at 177.5 and has missed them on each occasion. There's the clock ticking down. That's how much time he's got left to affect this lift. So he was in bronze medal calculation at least after the first section of the weightlifting here. And now if he misses this attempt at 177.5, he will not total, and therefore he'll be out of the competition. So he has the pressure squarely on him now, Peter Grant.
Yes, he surely has. There's no question about that. He needs this to total, but more importantly for Australia, if he misses, there's a fair chance that Australia could finish up with 2 medalists. That's Robert Kvass and Mick Saviljack. Mick Saviljack already up with 320 as a total. Squires needs this to go in front of Mick to 325, but he's not lifting well. There's no doubt about that. So Australia with a big chance of a couple of medals here, depending on this lift.
So Squires, who's a student from Newfoundland, coming out to attempt 177.5, and he's just about to move onto the stage now. The clock ticking down to 44 seconds. That's the time that he has left available to lift the bar. He races out onto the stage. He's very keen to get on with it. Doesn't even bother to move to the chalk container. Now this to stay in the competition and perhaps a medal. A failure, he's out. Oh, that was hard. He did that the hard way, believe you me.
This is where he's had his problem.
This time he's got it up. And he's well in the race for medals now, is Squires of Canada. But he does it the hard way, this fellow. Unbelievable stuff from Squires. Let's go straight over to the track. They're about to present some medals. Tim Lane.
Medal on body weight. Squires weighed in at 89.95 and Saviljack at 87.80. So here's Mick Saviljack for a bronze medal.
Out on the stage now with a medallion fairly and squarely in the eyesight. Michael Saviljack, having a word to him before the competition. You wouldn't think that a man that looks so strong and so confident could be as nervous as a kitten, and believe you me, he was. He was most uncomfortable, but he's settled down now and has lifted brilliantly for his country. And this for a bronze medal in the 90-kilogram class, one would suspect. On body weight, he's in front of Squires.
Get up, Mick.
Now he's got to drive with the legs, and he does that now. He's extremely good above the head as a rule. Up it goes, and that could be bronze for Michael Saviljack. He gets the down from the referee. And listen to the crowd here at Chandler. They love every moment of that. And Saviljack just meets his coach, Lynn Jones, there at the door. He gets one red light, but no worries. It's a legitimate lift for Michael Saviljack, and a bronze medal lift at that.
Yes, Mick did everything right here. A real gutsy lift. Extended well. He's a really good jerker. You can see from that, and that's fantastic for Mick. He was under enormous pressure with Robert Kvass, his countryman, in the same competition, and the favourite, of course, Peter Pinsent. But at this stage, Mick now finished the competition with 325 and could win that bronze medal.
And now the competition just down to 2. Robert Kvass and Peter Pinsent of England for the battle for the gold medal. The first of those 2 lifters that you'll be seeing is this man, Robert Kvass. And I know that my co-commentator here knows a lot about Robert Kvass. He actually trains with him at Richmond Football Club. And Robert Cabassa, only 2.5 kilos behind after the snatches. He's put a tremendous preparation in for these games. He works for the Age newspaper in Melbourne. They gave him 4 months off to train for the games on full pay, I believe, and what a magnificent start to the games that was for Robert Cabassa. So he's had a wonderful preparation and now well and truly in contention for gold.
Well, I'm as nervous as anybody at this stage because...
Open your eyes, Peter, and have a real good look at it. You might enjoy it.
Yes, well, Robert needs this lift, of course, to go to 332.5, which would put him right on line for a gold medal. He's looking at around about 190, so hopefully he can get this first attempt. Good extension. He's strong legs. He's up. Watch the jerk technique. It's really usually good. And
good stuff, Robert Cabassa. That will total him at 332.5. He's got the lead in the competition, and the crowd ecstatic here now at Chandler. Another capacity audience in the weightlifting theatre. Robert Cabassa of Australia taking the lead. Let's remember that he won the gold medal in Edmonton in 1978.
Perfect technique, good extension, elbows well above the knees, has extremely strong legs. And watch this for jerk technique. This is exactly what it's all about. A quick drive, snap with the elbows, brings the feet together. That's a perfect execution.
Of course, these weightlifters are now over the 400-pound mark. That's 407.75 pounds for Robert Cabassa. And he now leads. I was just talking about his gold medal. He won the gold medal in the 82.5 kilogram class at the Commonwealth Games in 1978. The Australians deciding to push him up a weight category just a few days ago. He's lifting in the 90s against this man, Peter Pinsent, and it's between those two with just a few lifts in the competition to go for the gold medal. Peter Pinsent trying the same weight at 185, which would give him an overall lead on Cabassa of 2.5 kilos.
Oh, he looks good too. Yes.
Well, that's a strong lift. No, I think there might be some... Just wait on the referees. I don't think they'll allow that lift. Just wait and see for the light situation. And he gets 2 red and a white, and Peter Grant, as he looks at the slow motion replay, will tell you exactly why.
Got the extension, didn't touch the knees, so okay to hear. Dips. Yes, just seems to be pressing out there. It doesn't quite stand still either. So that was a very, very close decision, but both referees felt that there wasn't quite a lockout. Elbows bent, pushed up again, and that's a miss at this stage to Peter Pinsent. The competition's really hotting up now.
So Peter Pinsent unhappy as he turned away from the referees, and now the pressure right back on him. Had he got that lift, he would have been 2.5 kilos in front of Robert Cabassa, but now Pinsent has the acid back on him. It's him chasing Robert Cabassa, because after this lift, he's elected to go next, Pinsent. That will mean that he will, after this lift, will have 1 more left, whereas Robert Cabassa will have 2. So Robert Cabassa has the whip hand back. He should know on his last lift as to exactly how much he needs to win gold. Now, there's the English coach talking to Peter Pinsent.
Yes, well, he's got 2 minutes, roughly 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. But the important thing there was that he looks strong enough. I believe this competition is going to go down to the very last clean and jerk. They've both got 2 to go. And from that there, it wasn't a problem with the strength so much. It was really an execution. And I believe this is Peter's problem. You can see Wally Hammond there, the manager of the English team, just saying to Peter, now look, you're strong enough. Just settle down. The weight will be yours if you just get out there and concentrate. Coach John Lear applies the smelling salts to clear the head. All Peter's got to do is concentrate. He has the strength. But don't forget Kvass. He can go to 190 if necessary, and that's what we're going to have to look at.
Just off to the right of that picture, we're looking at Peter Pinsent, but just behind him and off to the right is his brother, Stephen, who won gold medal yesterday in the 75 kilogram class. So the brother's trying to make it a double here now. From the Australian point of view, Robert Cabassa standing between them and a family double in gold. I won't tell you who I'm barracking for. Peter Pinsent of England, 185 kilos to take a 2.5 kilo lead.
He's well up. Now this is where he's got his problem. That's a better lift.
That's better. That's better. He'll be allowed that, I'm quite sure, as the bar goes down. Applause from the large crowd here at Chandler. And that's the lead in the competition as he gets 3 white lights.
Yes, Peter had no real problem with the weight the first time around. Got the bounce on the bottom and stood up perfectly. Dipped, stood up well, fighting for the weight.
So Peter Pinsent of England, well done, taking the lead again, 335 kilograms. And what an engrossing battle it is between these two, Cabassa and Pinsent. Wouldn't it be a wonderful family double, Peter Grant, if both these brothers could take home gold.
Yes, it would be for them, but...
Here's the man now, Robert Kvass, going for 190, which would give him the lead back in the competition.
This is what's going to happen from here on in. Whoever's going to get the lift, it's going to be, I would think Kvass will be right on his very limit here, but what's going through his mind at the moment is that I have done this before. There is no problem with my power. I've got the technique. I've just got to apply myself correctly, and this gold medal can be mine, and let's certainly hope so for Robert.
Now, if successful, he's jumped the bar 5 kilograms over Pinson's previous lift. This would take him to 337.5, a 2.5 kilogram lead over Pinsent. Robert Kvass, attempt at 190. Possible gold medal lift. He has one lift to come after this, as does Peter Pinsent of England.
Good extension. Yes, he's got it up. And you can jerk it, Robert.
Come on, Robert Kvass. And he gets it up over the head. He's got the lead in the competition. He's only got a steady. Gets the down from the referees. He loves that. That's super stuff, Robert Kvass. Let's bring you up to date with what's happened in just a moment. Robert Kvass is currently, he's won gold for Australia in the 90 kilogram class, and he's now, there's the attempt down the bottom of the screen, 196.5 kilos, and he's trying to erase the name off the Commonwealth record register of the really great Australian lifter Nick Chancho. He's already won gold. This attempt at the Commonwealth record, 196.5 kilos. I just look at my little chart here, and that's up over 430 pounds. We'll stay with the lift and then tell you how he won gold. Great performance from Robert Kvass.
Get up,
Rob. It goes. No, not quite. What's it matter, he said.
That's just fantastic. Good for Robert Kvass.
Fabulous stuff, Robert Kvass. Now, the situation in the competition, Peter Pinson, as we left, you remember that Robert Kvass had been successful at 190 for a total of 337.5. Peter Pinson then tried for 192.5. Here's Robert Kvass.
Yes, just a bit too much weight there for Robert. A Commonwealth record attempt on that great Australian lifter, Nick Chancho, but he's got gold. That's the main thing.
I don't know who's more emotional here at Chandler, Peter Grant or Robert Kvass. As I mentioned, Kvass had lifted 190 for a total of 337.5, and then Peter Pinson of England tried 192.5, which would have given him a lead in the competition of 5 kilos over over Robert Kvass. I'm pretty emotional too. It's a As I mentioned, we were talking about Peter Pinsent. As Robert Kvass had a total of 337.5, he tried himself at 192.5 kilograms, and we're now going to have a look at Peter Pinsent in that attempt for gold. 335. Now, if Peter Pinsent can get this, it would take him to 342.5, which would put him 5 kilos in front of Robert Kvass. An enormous amount of weight on the bar, 424.25 pounds. Failure here would give Australia the gold. Success would put it right on Robert Kvass. Peter Pinson of England, 192.5.
Good strong lift.
And he's dropped that, And Robert Kvass will win the gold medal, I think.
Going to be very, very close now.
Robert Kvass is ecstatic with Michael Sabblejack.
Yes.
What a disappointing end for Peter Pinson. He knew he had to go for that to try and put the pressure back on Robert Kvass. Kvass totals 337.5. Pinsent 335. Gold to Robert Kvass with one lift to go as we watch the failure now. By gee, I thought he had that.
Yes, and unfortunately.
And back at the weightlifting theatre, well, I won't say all the action has ceased because the athletes are out the back, the weightlifters out the back, preparing for the medal ceremony. And let's get Peter Grant now, just to quickly recap over the situation, which has given Australia its second gold in the Games in the weightlifting section. In this particular section, though, in the 90K, let's not forget Michael Sabblejack, the Australian, who has taken the bronze. So at 90K, Australia are going to see 2 flags go to the masthead. gold to Robert Kvass, and bronze to Michael Sabeljack. It's been a great weight section for Australia, Peter.
Yes, very, very good for Australia. They made the right decision. That's to put Robert up from the 82.5s to the 90s, and that's just fantastic to get a gold and bronze result. I know Robert's thrilled, and I'm sure Mick is too. He lifted very, very well, and unfortunate for Peter Pinsent, but there you go. He was lifting up against a real champion. There's no doubt about Robert's ability, and you know, all the congratulations and accolades have to go to him. That was a really marvellous lift under real pressure.
Because the great thing about these weightlifters, they're working right out at their limit. We'll leave you on that note with Nick Chancho. If I call him that again, I'll get killed. Robert Kvass, the gold medal winner in the 90 kilogram class. A fantastic performance from the Australian. As we watch him put the bar over the head again, he really is a superb technician. And it's back-to-back gold medals now for Robert Kvass. Lifting jackets out there. Robert Kvass, the gold medal winner, and Michael Sabeljack, bronze.
The winner of the gold medal for the 90 kilo category, with a games record total of 337.5 kilograms, is Robert Kvass, representing Australia. The winner of the silver medal for the 90 kilogram category with a total of 335 kilograms is Peter Pinsent, representing England. The winner of the bronze medal for the 90 kilogram category with a total of 325 kilograms is Mick Sabeljack, representing Australia.
Back-to-back gold medals for Robert Kvass. He won in 78 at Edmonton, and now he's won in 1982 in Brisbane. And who said...
Didn't see what I needed to win.
You snatched very well today. That's always been a little bit of a worry for you?
Yeah, it's been down lately. The technical aspect of it has been down, but well, we've worked on it. That's my best in 2.5 years.
And those few months off work from your employer are now really bearing fruits, eh?
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't have done it without it. There's no doubt about that.
And bronze medal to Michael Sabeljack. Michael, your best competition, you've probably lifted more, but a very satisfying result.
Oh, it is very satisfying at this moment.
The Australian Institute of Sport you're at now, it's made a difference to you?
Oh, it's made a great big difference.
OK, so there we are. We nearly quineled the event out here, but it was gold and bronze to Australia in the 90 kilo.
here comes the young man who has caused more interest than any other here in the weightlifting hall at Chandler, Oliver Erik. You can see why he's caused the interest. Just 19, he's going for 157.5 kilograms, which has already been lifted by Gary Langford, who's a much more experienced lifter. Erik, good lift. Look at that for a picture. He's equaled Langford.
That's the lead now.
What a powerhouse.
57.5. Sorry, some confusion from our communicator.
The announcer has announced 162. And there is no way Langford would go for that at this stage. Not going for records. He's going for the obvious 2.5 increase to 160. He has to get this to go into the lead at the end of the snatch, and this is the last lift. Trying to outlift Oliver Erik of Nigeria, the brilliant young 19-year-old Nigerian. So Gary Langford now has to put the thoughts of that confusion out of his mind. That certainly would have unsettled him. Confusion between the warm-up room official and the announcer. So it is 160 kilograms, 25 stone, 2.5 pounds. He's already broken the Commonwealth Games snatch record. This would break it even more and give him an advantage as he goes into the clean and jerk, which comes next. Langford, 160 to lead. Go up. He's there. England lead. So Gary Langford leads after the snatch with Oliver Erik, the Nigerian, in second place. Then Gino for Tangelo of Australia, who hasn't lifted as well in the snatch as we might have expected. And Dr. Akrabov in the green tracksuit there. The Bulgarian who's coached these new Nigerians has decided to send out his man Oliver Erik for an extra lift outside the actual Commonwealth Games competition, as he's entitled to do, with 162.5 kilograms, 358 pounds, 25 stone and 8 pounds to set up Nigerian records and, more important, a new Commonwealth Games record, a new Commonwealth record. And this would be remarkable if Erik can do it. Just 19. And way above his own national record. Oh, yes! And a psychological lift because the rest will be worried about him now in the clean and jerk. The new record holder. Nigeria becoming a great force in lifting.
Weightlifting
won the Commonwealth Games record at 185, so he'll set a new Commonwealth Games record. If he can lift this, it's a new Commonwealth Games record if he lifts it at 190. Record already broken earlier tonight by Oliver Cook from Nigeria. Sets himself now. Looks pretty strong. Power and the strain of it all, but he holds it at 190. The English champion slams it down. Now he sets the pace and looking good for gold. The Englishman at 190. Commonwealth Games record for the clean and jerk at 190. A new record at 190. Jerks now, lovely style. Brings the legs together and stands there with 190 kilos on the bar.
Extremely pleased with their record already.
And this awesome Nigeria now comes back on the centre stage. Oliver Erik from Nigeria has lifted 187.5, chasing 192.5 right now, 192.5. Oliver Erik from Nigeria, 19 years of age, brand new to this sport. As I said before, the body by old Mother Nature. And a lot of hard work from Erik. Slams it up with the clean, gets it to the shoulders at 192.5, chasing a medal, and he's held it too. The Nigerian, as he puts it up, 192.5, and that's a good lift. And up he goes. He set himself a Commonwealth Games record earlier tonight. They come out and shake hands. He's setting the pace at 192.5. Oliver Erik from Nigeria. See it again. He's really impressed everybody with sheer power.
Now that successful lift
drives it up in the air at 192.5 kilos. But Langford's the boy that's come out with it, so the battle of tactics is working well. Weights are changing on the board every second. They're loading them up and taking them off as the tactics continue in the back room, the workroom for the lifters. But the champion comes out. Gary Langford from England. Try for 197.5. 197.5. Oliver Erik from Nigeria has successfully lifted 192.5. And he has one lift to go. This is the Englishman's final lift. He has lifted 190. Is now attempting 197.5. The Nigerian still has a lift to go, so it's not over yet. The crowd start to chant. The big Englishman now pumps up it goes, cleans it, strains up, and it looks good from there at 197.5. Is he going to lift it? 197.5, enormous weight. Gets it up, no, he puts it down, grabs his face. He can't believe that he's put it down. Maybe he just went too high in weight. Go. From Nigeria coming out for his fourth lift. Already won the gold here in the 100-kilogram division for the clean and jerk and snatch. He's defeated the hot favourite Gary Langford from England, the Australian Gino from Tangelo. He took Fran Tangelo's record a little earlier for the Commonwealth. That was for the snatch. He left it at 162.5. He's now looking to set a new Commonwealth record again for the clean and jerk at 202.5. There he is, the 19-year-old giant struggles. The determination is there. Power plus. Can he get it up this time? He holds at 202.5 and the red lights go again. So two failures for the Nigerian. He's so disappointed. The arms just didn't lock, but the hand goes up anyway. A great performance. He failed on the record twice at 202.5, even though he got the weights up. Technically ruled against him by the referees, but the gold medal winner.
Nigeria to win the gold medal now. The winner of the gold medal.
Waiting for the presentation now of this gold medal, the first ever for Nigeria in weightlifting, just 19 years of age. Oliver Erik from Nigeria gets a standing ovation. The whole hall is up. 1,500 people go on their feet to cheer this young fellow from Nigeria who has just broken every record. He set a new Commonwealth Games record, a new Commonwealth record of 162.5. That was for the snatch. And there it is, the ovation for the Nigerian, and what a proud moment. The first ever gold medal for Nigeria. In second place was Gary Langford from England. He was favoured to get the medal. Kevin Roy from Canada was in third place. The Australian Gino from Tangelo, who held the record, that this young Nigerian...
The super heavyweight competition. Chandler will be the final gold medal decided in these 12th Commonwealth Games, and the first competitor now out on the platform is Neville Roga of India, and his starting weight is 125 kilos. Would not be one of the favourites. Over the 5 days of competition, you'd be used.
Out comes from the warm-up room Iron Bar Bessie. He lifted 132.5 with ease, 140 on the bar, exactly 2 3/4 hundredweights. Bessie is just 17 years old. Oh. Vasee making it look like an afternoon in the training room. The improvement in these men is unbelievable.
To the snatch lift, well, just watch this. It's different.
No problem.
Very good lift for Bob Edmund, a good start in the competition, and as I mentioned, the lift is different. Let our expert Peter Grant tell you all about it.
Yes, well, we'll see. That's a good lift from Bob. Good start to the competition. Drives hard and split action as opposed to squatting under the bar. That's virtually the old style of lifting. Bob still prefers it. He's very, very strong legs, very strong bloke, actually, but he prefers that style. Hasn't been quite able to handle the squat section, and he...
The Fisherman. Nickname in the team, Safcol. 150 kilos. And up it goes. Great start in the competition. He's waiting for the down. My gosh, they took a long time, and there's going to be a glare here from Lucan, believe you me. And he says, what's going on to Paul Coffer? And glares back at the referees. He considers that he was made to hold that over the head far too long, and he's still most upset with the decision to have that weight over the head. Here's the successful lift.
Yes, well, no real problem there for Dean, 150 kilos.
Left, 150.
Good extension.
Oh, good lift, Bob Edmund. And again, he was made hold that for some time. He bows to the crowd and leaves the stage. He'll be Snatch, 155 kilos, 341.5 pounds. And he's got that. Oh, that's super lifting by Bob Edmund, and he's well in the battle, if not for gold. I think he concedes gold to Dean Lucan. Dean Lucan hasn't won it yet, though, because Bob Edmund's lifting very well. The favourite for the gold medal, Dean Lucan, holder of the Commonwealth clean and jerk record, but this is a snatch attempt at 157.5. Gets the steel up, and again, that looked to be a fairly easy performance from Dean Lucan. He acknowledges the roar from the crowd here.
Enormous pressure, believe me, this week, but he's very, very deliberate about his actions, and it'd be great for him if he gets a Commonwealth Games record here tonight.
165 kilos now. This for a new Commonwealth Games record. The old record standing to M. Cardinal of Canada at 160 kilos. The big man trying for 165. No. Down it goes. And I think Peter Grant will tell you that if Dean Lucan has a problem, it's the fact that he gets that weight up so quickly, he's inclined to get it over the shoulders, just over the back of the shoulders, and down it went.
Yes, we'll see here from the replay.
386 pounds. Well, he's got it up okay. Gets the down signal from the central referee. And he gets the 3 white lights. So success for Ironbar Vasee.
Another good clean, very good.
And he's got it up. Just steadies the body, gets the down from the referee, and tremendous applause from the crowd. A personal best for Neville de Roga, and he's had 5 lifts here tonight for 5 successes. He's still back in.
So starting on 180, you would think a fairly comfortable weight for Bob.
The big man over the bar.
Oh, power cleaned it.
Strong.
No problem.
Brilliant. Great lift, Bob Edmund of Australia. That puts the silver medal beyond anybody's reach now, as Bob Edmund is successful in his first clean and jerk at 180.
He's lifting well, though. Looks strong tonight.
If the will of the audience can help, he will get it. Oh, great lift. That is fantastic. Oh, and that is magnificent. Great lift, Bob Edmund. 192.5 kilograms. He breathes out. He got 2 white and 1 red light. One judge didn't like it. I loved it, quite frankly. Bob Edmund at 192.5, putting the pressure on. Went round the auditorium. The bar has just been set at 200 kilograms for this man. Dean Lucan from Port Lincoln, 440.
Lisa Curry. Because you've got to have it upstairs to be able to succeed in anything. Like if a guy might have all the potential in the world, but he might be a rat bag upstairs. Well, he'll just get to a certain level and won't go on, because when you reach one point, you've got to keep going, and then that's when mental attitude is very important.
A great reception. Dean Lucan has a personal best of 220.5 kilos, so he's starting well below his personal best. He holds the Commonwealth record. 200 kilos, a big start. Oh dear, why do we need to say anything?
Have a look at that. Magnificent lifting from Dean Lucan.
Dean Lucan roars towards gold at Chandler. His 200 kilogram lift added to his 157 gives him a 357 total. and the big man stalks from the stage. Would total him out at 355 kilograms if he gets 200 this time.
Now he's going to have to work here. He's really going to have to get mean and attack this bar. The way he's been lifting here tonight, it's certainly well within him.
$200 kilos for Edmund. Last lift. No, not to be. Not to be. Bob Edmund goes out of the competition, perhaps out of big-time competition, with a silver medal, which will be hung around that big neck a little bit later on.
Gets the extension, but unfortunately the bar is just not quite high enough. That's why people change from the split action to the squat. They have often had that problem of the bar rolling forward. It's exactly what happened to Bob there. Just couldn't quite get under it. But a great night for Bob. He's come here with attempted 6 lifts, got 5, finished with a total of 340 kilos. And we're talking just over 225 kilos he would need to do that. But he's going to have, he is looking incredibly strong, but whether he's going to jump that high, we'll just have to wait and see. But this itself is an enormous weight, 212.5.
It's quite interesting. Off to the side of the picture where the weightlifters come out, Bob Edmund is out on the stage to watch his teammate. Dean Lucan, 212.5 kilos, 468.25 pounds. Up, strong, very strong. Oh yes, that's a super lift, Dean Lucan. What a champion this boy is. Great performance, Dean. Absolutely marvellous. All he's doing now is thrilling the crowd. Make no doubt about that. He's won gold, and he's looking now at what he can go for. Yes. Talking to Paul Coffer.
I'm sure this will be the discussion. I spoke to Dean about 10 minutes ago, and I said, how are you going to go? He said, I want 500. And that's, look at this lift, though. Powerful legs, under the clean, no problem. And great execution here with the jerk. The bar just bouncing around on this massive man. Dips, snaps out the jerk, brings the feet together, and that's an incredible weight. Totaling now 377.5.
Dean Lucan has taken the hatchet to the Commonwealth Games record tonight. He's picked up snatch, clean and jerk and total records for the Commonwealth Games. And what will the man go for this time?
200.
Looks like he's elected to take 217.5.
17.5 being loaded.
Right, well, that's 479.5, so he's a little bit down on the 500, but that's still an enormous weight.
To 17.5, rather a puzzling choice of weight. I think he may take a lift outside the competition and have a go at his own clean and jerk Commonwealth record. I was talking to Leon Holm, who's Dean Lucan's coach, before the competition, and he said that he wanted Dean to break the Commonwealth record. He said the talk about the 500 pounds, the 227.5 kilos, might be just a little bit premature. He thinks he'll do it this year, but probably not tonight.
Right.
Look at this. Having a chat with the boys. You'd almost swear they're having a game of poker out in the back room. But what's going through that mind? He's got a big job on his hands as he moves back. His final lift in the competition will be 217.5 kilos, 479.50 pounds. The most exciting, super heavy prospect that Australia has ever had is the... Well, he's broken every record. He has lifted more weight than any other Australian, and in fact anybody else ever in the Commonwealth.
Yes, just tonight it's broken the Commonwealth Games snatch record, the Commonwealth Games clean and jerk record, and the Commonwealth Games total record.
And the only record that he's not rewritten yet is Ron Pryor of Canada, his snatch record standing at 172.5.
That's right.
And the clock has been stopped, and there's going to be a change of the bar. So great drama here at the weightlifting centre. And there's a roar gone up from the crowd. We'll just have to wait till the board changed. I missed the announcement on the public address. 221 kilos, and an attempt at the Commonwealth record, which he already holds at 220.5. The crowd in ecstasy for the final lift from the big man.
Well, that's a wise...
221, and I really wondered what the 217.5 was all about.
That's right. Well, it could have been the coaches. They seem to be doing a lot of talking down there, and Dean obviously wanted to have a go at the Commonwealth record, so why wait for the 4th attempt? Give it everything you've got in the 3rd, and we can only wish Dean luck. He's looked tremendous here tonight. He's won the hearts of everybody here at weightlifting.
It's quite extraordinary, Peter, the way this boy has captured the public imagination on the way out to the venue tonight and at the venue here at Chandler. All I could hear from the crowd was, I'm going to the Super Heavies tonight. I'm going to the Super Heavies. I want to have a look at Lucan. And it's a more than capacity crowd here at Chandler. There are people standing at the back of the hall behind the seating area as the big man tries for a new Commonwealth record. 221 kilos is round 487 pounds.
Great stuff.
Gee, he looks strong, so strong.
This is his only problem, right here now.
But he's got it! He's got it! A fantastic performance from Dean Lucan! A magic performance! Oh, wonderful, wonderful! Oh dear, look at the crowd. A standing ovation for Dean Lucan, the super heavy. And the crowd got their money's worth here tonight. Bruce Walsh, the coach, shaking the big fellow's hands. Dean Lucan, magic. Who said that a 4-man competition couldn't be interesting when you see lifting like that? Dean Lucan, the winner of the gold medal for Australia, setting a new Commonwealth record, and I think he's going to take a lift outside the competition. Let's have a look at this, a new Commonwealth record.
A great dips, pushes out, incredible weight, the crowd all ready to rise to their feet, jumps in the air with joy, fantastic stuff.
And the crowd, just after that, got to their feet and gave him a tremendous applause. 7.5 kilos. In second place, Bob Edmund, 347.5. In third place, Iron Bar Bessie of Nigeria, 320. Gold and silver to Australia. And now this man attempting to lift 501.5 pounds, 227.5 kilos. It's a bit like the 4-minute mile to a weightlifter, the attempt at 500 pounds. And before a capacity crowd, I'd give him a great chance of success.
Well, looking at the way Dean's lifted tonight, I don't think that he's going to have a lot of trouble with the clean, providing he just concentrates and gets that extension. It's just going to be vital that he works hard when it comes to the jerk section. And obviously that's what's going through his mind. An absolutely incredible lifter. He's going to take his time. He's got to go through his mind exactly what's required. I'm sure he's going to get this clean. I hope so.
Oh, no. Well, he won't feel disappointed. He's won the gold medal. And a wry smile on the face of the big man. It was worth giving it a go, especially with a crowd like this. The red lights go up. Does it really matter? Because Australia secure gold and silver. And, well, that was a most enjoyable session of weightlifting.
Incredible performance from all that lifted. It must be said that the 4 lifters all lifted well. We saw very few bombs. In fact, I think out of 24 lifts, look at that big extension, just bouncing on that huge man's chest, and unfortunately couldn't hold it. But as I was saying, incredible lifting here tonight in the super heavies. 24 lifts, and I think we had about 4 bombs. Massive stuff and really good weightlifting.
And Dean Lucan, of course, rewriting the Commonwealth Games record book, winning gold in the super heavyweight class, and Bob Edmund taking the silver, and Australia will win the overall team's trophy here at the Chandler Complex. Their final total of medals from the pool, 3 gold, 4 silver and 2 bronze. Australia can be well proud of their weightlifters. And now the finale to the weightlifting section of the 12th Commonwealth Games. We're standing by for the presentation of the gold medal to the winner of the super heavyweight class, Dean Lucan. I'll quickly give you the final points in the team's total. Australia 277, England 259 and Canada 191. So Australia, the overall most successful nation in the weightlifting.
To be presented by Sir Alexander Ross, Chairman of the Commonwealth Games Federation.
Medals to be presented by Sir Alexander Ross.
The winner of the gold medal, the 110 plus kilogram category, with a games record total of 377.5 kilograms, is Dean Lucan, representing Australia.
Magnificent. Crowd rising to their feet now for Dean Lucan, and quite rightly so. He has finished the weightlifting off in magnificent, stunning fashion. The 22-year-old from Port Lincoln in South Australia.
For the 110 kilogram category, 110 kilogram plus category, with a total of 347.5 kilograms, is Bob Edmund, representing Australia.
What a great sight for Australian lifting, the 33-year-old and the 22-year-old. Well done, Bobby Edmund.
The winner of the bronze medal for the 110 kilogram plus category, with a total of 320 kilograms, is Bessie Ironbar, representing Nigeria.
Just what will that man do in 4 years' time? 17 years old, Ironbar Vasee, one of the exciting Nigerian weightlifters, taking the bronze.
So the Quinella to Australia, and congratulations to Dean Lucan. Actually, he only trains 6 months of the year. He's a tuna fisherman in the family's business from Port Lincoln in South Australia. And the Russians at the last World Championships said they could make him world champion within 12 months if they had him under their system, training all year round. And how about that Ironbar Bessie? He'll be a big boy when he grows up, won't he? Let's go back to an interview with Dean Lucan.
Well, for Australia, it was a great finish to the weightlifting section of the Commonwealth Games, when in the super heavyweight division we've taken out gold and silver. And firstly, to the man who captured the crowd's imagination here tonight, Dean Lucan, the gold medal winner. Well, the papers and the TV have been talking about you for quite some time, Dean. Did that put much pressure on you?
Oh, sure did, because if I didn't perform today, I don't think I could have showed my face in public again.
That big crowd out there, they must have been a tremendous lift for you. They really gave you a rally, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, on 221 it was just fantastic, you know. It was out of this world.
What about the 227.5, the 500 pounds to a weightlifter, a bit like the 4-minute mile?
Yeah, sure is, but not today, maybe next year.
Well, just how far away is that, though? They were talking in terms of tonight. Could you do it this year, maybe the Australian Championships?
Well, I won't be competing in the Australian Championships because I've got to go fishing. But I've cleaned 225 and 227 is just 2.5 more, so it's all that much heavier, though.
Going fishing, you say, but what about your weightlifting career? What are you looking forward to now? Does this gold give you a bit of a sting to go on to bigger and better things?
Well, I'll try for 84, the Olympics, and from there on we'll have to wait and see.
And still fitted in among the expeditions of fishing?
Hopefully.
OK, and to Bob Edmond, the veteran and the captain of the Australian team. Bob, congratulations on your silver. What does that do to your career? Is it the full stop at the end of the sentence?
That's the full stop at the end of the sentence. I've had enough. I'm definitely going to retire and may concentrate on becoming an official with the Victorian Weightlifting Association.
What about the competition here tonight? Had you conceded gold to Dean before it all started?
Oh yes, definitely. We knew quite a few months ago that Dean would be definitely the favourite for the gold medal, and I was hopefully going to win the silver and make up some team points for Australia.
And you'd be very happy with the way you lifted, though. I thought I've seen you around for about the last 12 months since I've been following it round, and I thought you lifted as well as I've seen you.
Thank you very much. I was fairly happy. Can always be better, but I was quite happy.
And talking about the team trophy now, Australia taking that out. They won it in 78, they won it again in 82. A great fillip for the sport in Australia.
Tremendous. This gives our officials some ammunition to approach government and business for sponsorship and monetary help, and it sets the standard for Australian weightlifters to come. We've won the trophy twice and we want to keep it here in the future.
OK, well, there we are, gold and silver to Australia in the final event at the 12th Commonwealth Games, and Australia the most successful nation in the weightlifting at Chandler.
For the second Games in succession, they also took that Trafalgar Trophy at Edmonton 4 years ago. The next event is the boxing.
There he goes now, Dean Lucan from South.